where our Bugu Yaga slumps, blanketed in filthy rags. I guide Jazmyne right up to the snoring witch. His giant pink tongue unfurls and gives the side of her face a good lick. Chop! Abandoning all pretense of sleep, Anya scrubs a filthy sleeve across her cheek. When will you teach that beast some manners, man? Beneath her mucky camouflage, the toasted almond color of her skin is flushed with annoyance. It contrasts against wisps of straight silver hair peeking out from beneath her hood. And why are you so late? Wahan to you too. Whoever left the missive didn't wake me. Straightening, she swaps her disaffection for the better-fitting militance of her stealth métier. I'll have a word with whichever fool was assigned. Some of the newer recruits could do with having more respect for our discipline. And who better to teach them than her, the best magically trained shadow I know? Can you keep Jazmyne with you? I ask. She shakes her head. I'm on duty with the 1st Battalion tonight, not the Resistance. Of course, at nightfall, the magicless 2nd Battalion is replaced by those with magic. I'm undercover, obviously, but others in uniform are also making rounds. You'd better take your familiar inside before he licks the wrong face. I look at the building's entrance, and nerves twist in my belly. Away from the palace, I can no longer hide behind my mask of political envoy, a professional fence-sitter. In the meeting that waits inside, I'm part of a resistance working against the very structure I serve. And they have a question for me tonight. My answer won't please us both. You'll be fine as long as you remember to duck when the time calls for it, Anya says, knowing my expressions almost as well as she knows her own. We two are bottom and bench, but while she might not fear the aim of Lightgiver, the moniker bestowed to the grizzled resistance founder, my cheek smarts at the memory of the last time one of her slippers caught me in the face. Now go. I'll come find you later. Jazmyne takes the entrance sideways, climbing onto the wall with whatever adhesive his clawed feet provide. I leave him in an empty room just off the doorway with plenty of dead insects to devour before venturing on. The building is a trap of endless corridors dimly lit by the soft glow of overhead witchlight orbs. It isn't a safe house I've been in before, which isn't unusual. The resistance changes location often to avoid detection. They all have the same feel to them, though. Damp neglect undercut by a fetid heat. One that licks at my neck, my brow, and only encourages the creeping sense of unease working its way through my limbs. I am not a liar by nature, but tonight I must sell the sky to magi who know it's free. The resistance has tired of our leader, our doyen. In the beginning, along with the rest of our order, they admired her decisions, praised their bloom in the garden of her rule. But as time has passed, certain choices she's made have rankled, caused them to question how well they suit the spiritualism of our order. Enough that the resistance is prepared to prune the garden she's cultivated until it is barren, and she is no more. I need to persuade them that she can change, that such extreme action is unnecessary, even as they hone their tools and discuss attack. Soon snatches of patois sound from behind a vast sliding metal door, but it's too quick for me to catch. I linger long enough to straighten my shoulders and fix a look of cool professionalism to my face before drawing the handle back. The door creaks awkwardly upon opening. Behind, a small party of 14 or so Alumbrar, now silent, turn to see who's entering. Be measured. Be steady, I will myself. Lightkeeper is seated on a stool at the head of their gathering, straight-backed and formidable as any elder. Her eyes narrow. You're late, emissary. Her tobacco-rough croak is full of reproach. The missive was late, I correct, lowering my hood frees my silver afro of curls. Here it is a currency, a marker that I'm one of them.